right now. You know what else I watched?
Go on then, what?
I've been watching the Eddie Murphy classics. Nutty Professor, Nutty Professor 2, The Clumps, and Norbit.
Wow.
Right? Because I've just been in that mood.
Okay. What mood is that? Mood to just stare blankly at a TV and just think, what the hell is happening?
Just laugh your ass off. Yeah.
Oh, mate, I don't know if that's what I would
so
do.
Funny.
Really?
They're so good. And especially Nutty Professor 1, the original one.
Yeah.
The beautiful, the same sort of 90s pleasantry that you get from something like Kindergarten Cop or Junior or Twins or one of those sort of Arnold films.
Yeah.
Those really pleasant 90s things where everybody lives in Washington State and everything's perfect.
Yeah.
Those sort of films, it's got the same sort of thing, the college that he's the professor at and his house and all that sort of stuff. It's beautiful. With fart gags. So, I mean, what more do you want? Literally. I mean,
man, you know what? Maybe I'm being too harsh here. Because I did enjoy them. I enjoyed them as much as the next guy.
Yeah.
But let me tell you what else I enjoyed.
What?
Ace Ventura, Pet Detective.
Yeah, same script, man. It's the same thing.
It is, but I watched
it
as an adult relatively recently. Mm. And I've got to say, I wasn't... No. I was just looking to the missus like, oh, God, this is...
Really?
Yeah.
Didn't think it was good?
Carrie, no.
Oh, man. Are you talking Ace Ventura...
Number 1.
Pet Detective, yeah.
Yeah.
Courtney Cox.
Yeah, of course. I mean,
that's prime Courtney Cox.
That is prime
I don't
Courtney.
think she's ever looked better.
Yeah, agreed. She's the one.
Let's just all share a moment.
Yeah.
Well, we appreciate Courtney Cox in Ace Ventura: Pet Detective.
Reunion Courtney Cox.
Yeah,
no, that's me.
No, she's still going strong.
She is.
Yeah, no, that's a great film. I watched it. I actually watched that within the last month, and it's really good.
Really?
I think because obviously when these films come on these streaming services, everyone watches it again, don't they? And they're really good. And I'm excited for When Nature Calls. I'm excited for when that comes on Netflix and we can all watch it.
Is that the one with the dolphin?
No. The Pet Detective is the dolphin.
Is that the dolphin one? You're right.
Miami Dolphin. The mascot gets stolen.
What's the second one?
When Nature Calls is the one where he crawls out the back of the rhino.
Oh, that is funny.
So you love it.
Rhinos out here.
So you diss it, right? You know what it is? We've watched too much Mock the Week, and these sort of young, trendy comedians. It's all very well and good. You're all very funny, but then when they start dissing, comedies like Nutty Professor 2, The Clumps, and Ace Ventura: Pet Detective, because they're on their high horse and they're all being really creative, they forget that people laugh their arse off week in, week out to those sort of Eddie Murphy classics.
Yeah.
And they forget that Eddie Murphy was once one of those cutting-edge comedians, even more so, I'd say, having seen Raw and Delirious, the amount of stuff that he says and gets away with that nobody could even dream about saying now, and yet he's still one of the biggest comedy stars in the entire world.
Yeah.
It is incredible, and I take my hat off to Eddie Murphy because say what you want about him, but he's hilarious and he puts bums on seats, right? Same with Jim Carrey. Say what you want about Bruce Almighty, but it's pleasant. I'll give it that.
I love Bruce Almighty. This is the thing. I love Jim Carrey. And I think even Liar Liar is probably. I will love Liar Liar no matter how many times I watch that.
Yeah, great
That's
film.
just really, really funny. I just feel like, I don't know, Ace Ventura was just a bit too... I feel like that came first, right?
Yeah.
I just was too... I assume it did, but I don't know.
Doubt myself now.
But, yeah. I don't know. There was a switch that flicked and he just chilled out a tad.
Yeah.
Into the newer films, and then obviously into like Bruce Almighty, love it. Yes Man, love it. They're great films.
Yeah.
Really good. The
Mask.
The Mask. I need to rewatch. To be fair, that's probably that could go either way for me. Because I know how weird that film is and some of the stuff he does.
You'd probably put that in the Ace Ventura camp, I reckon, having watched that in the last couple of months.
Sure. Yeah. Hey, you're going through the list of them.
Yeah, man. I just lap up what Netflix gives me. I'm just a zombie like everybody else. Netflix just feeds me, and I just consume.
Shoves a funnel in your mouth.
Yeah. I need to watch a French film or something that I have to read.
Don't do it. Don't put yourself through it.
Mate, they're brilliant. Love it. I love a film you got to read.
You love a film, you've got to read.
Yeah, because they're always good. If it's like, if somebody's made the effort to like write down the English below it, it must be good. Surely.
They make that effort for every film, but most films you don't need it because they speak English.
Do they?
Yeah.
I thought everybody spoke English.
I did watch that Parasite. That won an Oscar.
Yeah, great.
And that was, I didn't choose to do that, and I would admit I probably wouldn't have chosen to do that, but it was one of these like, the film hadn't come out yet, and they wanted to get like viewers' responses.
Oh, nice.
So you get like a really cheap, like £2 something ticket.
Yeah.
To go into the cinema and watch a film that you don't know what it is.
Right. And you got Parasite?
We got Parasite, yeah.
Oh, amazing.
It's great, yeah.
How much of a win is that?
It was really good as well, actually. I did enjoy it. But, yeah, I don't know. I'm just a bit of like a Neanderthal when it comes to, like...
Mate, some of the greatest cinema experiences of my entire life have been reading ones.
I think one...
Especially Scandinavian.
Especially Scandinavian?
Yeah. I think I like that sort of, like, gritty, thrillery, horrible film, you know.
Did you watch Troll Hunters? Or Troll Hunter or something?
No, don't think I've seen. No.
So that was like it's like a, what are those like Blair Witch Project films called? Those like
the handheld camera ones.
It's
yeah.
a handheld camera film about these guys who find trolls in like Sweden or something.
Sweet.
And they're like hunting trolls, and they actually end up finding them, but it's all on camera, and like obviously bad things happen.
Yeah. Amazing.
It's really good.
Mate, this is going on the list.
Is it actually?
I'm gonna watch this.
Do it. I actually really enjoyed it.
But is it sort of Scandinavian then? Is that?
Yeah. It's all
hella Scandinavian.
Hella Scandinavian. Yeah. It's like Nordic kind of mythology, but in modern day, and like this university group. It's literally Blair Witch Project
with trolls.
Mate.
Amazing.
And,
sold.
Yeah, it's pretty sick. And they got this like grizzled troll hunter that's shown around, and it sounds more.
No one believes him. The mainstream doesn't believe that.
Exactly.
He's on the outskirts of society because he still believes in the trolls.
Exactly. Yeah.
Fantastic. I say we take it up to third gear.
I can't wait.
Let's do it.
I've been looking forward to this third gear.
So this one specifically was your choice, wasn't it? You really wanted this one.
Right now we're on the slit road.
Fantastic.
And there's a lorry.
It's a lorry with like 20 cars on the back of it, a low loader
going the exact same speed as us. We got to get around this thing. There's no way I'm slowing down for this guy. No way.
So this is Roosters Brewing Co. First World Problems. This is their salted caramel stout. Okay, so this is super exciting. I mean, again, you know me, I'm not usually one for the stout, but I was really surprised by a stout that we had a couple of weeks back, an Imperial Stout. So I'm as open as my mind could possibly be for this.
Awesome.
4.5%, especially the sort of salted caramel bit. I'm excited to.
You know what?
What is that?
So this is the thing. Like, I'm not a huge like added flavour beer guy generally, but what I say that is I'm not into like fruity flavours like added mango or added strawberry or whatever.
Yep.
But I love stouts, and salted caramel just sounds like a perfect pairing with something like this. And I mean, I'm assuming they've added something to it. Yeah, they have. And
it smells sweet.
Great. Let me get this in.
I mean, again, like this must just be a thing with stouts, but it looks like Coke.
Yeah.
It looks so rich and dark. And it looks fantastic, so appetizing. Again, I'm all about the looks as well. You know, I'm a very shallow dude. I love the taste, but I also love the looks.
Don't you dare say that. It's half of the drinking and eating is looks.
It smells sweet and yeah, I'm going in.
Oh my god.
Oh, it's amazing, mate. It's so good. It
smells great.
It's like the best of beer, but also the best of dessert as well. Mate, I've got a soft spot for like sticky toffee pudding and like sticky date pudding and all that. Spotted dick. And it's got that kind of like syrup pudding vibe.
It is syrupy.
Mate.
Yeah, it's like...
But it's also, I mean, it's also quite sparkly. It's quite bubbly. It's like...
Yeah.
It's bright. It's not kind of heavy and claggy, I guess. Maybe that's because it's only 4.5. So I think... You know, from my very basic research of stouts, this is, I think, quite a low alcohol one, right? Or
I think,
low.
To be honest, stouts aren't. From my experience, stouts tend to be relatively sort of middling in terms of alcohol content.
Okay.
That Imperial Stout we had was like an exception.
Maybe that was maybe I've got the Imperial part in my mind, but this isn't, is it? This is
because even Guinness is only 4.1 or 4.2 or something.
Right. Okay.
So I think.
I mean, I'd take this over Guinness any day of the week.
This is completely different from Guinness. Yeah, this is. Man, I'm just trying to place it. It's so different. It's got. So with stouts, what you tend to get, what I tend to get is like this sort of quite. For me, they are very flavourful, but they don't punch you in the face. They're not like an IPA where you sip it and it's like, oh, fruit and pineapples hitting you in the face, left, right, and centre, or whatever.
Yeah. It's
more of like a long term, and you can taste it for a long time.
Yeah.
You sip it once, and don't have to have another sip for a few minutes. You're still tasting it.
Yeah.
And you get
test match of beers.
Big time. Perfect. I couldn't have come up with a better anecdote than that. Whereas what this is doing is it's giving you that sweet kick, and then it's also going along with the sort of classic stout flavours, like your sort of like toasted breads and like coffee and
like malt loaf.
Yeah, exactly. I'm loving it,
mate. It's fantastic. And especially now I mean, you finish your cigar, I'm down to like definitely the last third, like last quarter. It's getting spicy, it's getting hotter in flavour and in temperature, and it's getting down to the business end of the stogie.
Sure.
So this is really sort of matching. The beer's got the heft to. It's double teaming me nicely. I'm loving it.
And that's how we're describing that one. Okay.
Greg, filthy. Get your mind out of the gutter.
Oh, come now.
I was talking about wrestling or boxing or something.
I know what you're talking about.
This is it's fantastic. So this is First World Problems Salted Caramel Stout, again obviously by the Roosters Brewing Co. Fantastic. You know what I've also realised?
What's that?
You live on a flight path.
Oh, really? You've seen a few?
Planes, trains, automobiles, minor bees.
Yeah, this is possibly the loudest place. This is going to be interesting to edit.
See ya.
The noise gates will come in handy with this one.
At least there's just one audio track.
That's true. Which makes it 10 times harder to get rid of any noise. But again, guys, so what have we done so far? We've done a Pale Ale, Yankee Pale Ale.
Yankee original Pale Ale. Yep.
Super. I found it really easy to drink. Had that bitterness that I love in a Pale Ale.
Yeah.
Not particularly fruity. So more of like a Boston Lager. Would you call? No, maybe not Boston Lager, but like a more of
I call it my straight out of the gates beer. Like I'm always going to keep 2 or 3 in the fridge just for because you never know when you're going to need it.
Sure.
Tough day, hard working day. The sun pops out unexpectedly, and you're like, I could go for a beer.
Yeah.
That's when I'm having a Yankee.
And you're fine having a few of them in a night, I would say, definitely. Yeah. Second, 1,000 Yard Stare, a hazy pale ale, much more of what I had expected. Just dried pineapple, classic pale ale flavours.
Yeah.
Super hazy, really, really tasty, very fruity, a little bit stronger. And then thirdly, we're on our First World Problems, which is our salted caramel stout, which has got everything you want out of a stout, but also this added sweetness up front. If you like your sticky toffee puddings, if you like, say, your figgy pudding,
yes, mate,
then you're good to go. If you want any of these, please go to roosters.co.uk/shop, pick them up. You know what? I need to do a beer haul.
Yeah, me too, actually.
My fridge is actually completely empty apart from the next few beers we're going to review, and I'm 100% going to get some more of these stouts.
Yeah, man.
No matter what, I think I'm going to get all 3 of what I've had, but the stout is just my thing. Mate. 100%.
We've been so lucky this series as well. Like, shout out to everyone who sent us incredible stuff. You are all legends.
Yeah.
We've not had a bad one. We've not had a bad drink this series, have we?
100%.
And I think it's greatly appreciated that it's got us out of your bog standard supermarket beers into something more special.
100%.
So shout out, guys, if you're out there and you want something a bit different, do it. Listen, listen to what we said. Go out and get them because they're so good.
They are so good.
Fantastic. I've obviously forgotten the gavel, but if I had it, I'd put the gavel down right now.
Everyone's knows what the gavel sounds like now.
Yeah.
In their heads, they've got it.
We'll just put Pete's little stab in.
Yeah. That's so good.
Oh, mate, that may well be the last Cigar because new theme tune next series.